Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. 30 ahadith on fasting and issues connected to the month of Ramadan. We're speaking about I'tikaf in the last lesson. The hadith today is an Aisha radiallahu عنها أنها كانت ترجل النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم وهي حائض وهو معتكف في المسجد وهي في حجرتها يناولها رأسه. This hadith says that Aisha radiallahu anha used to comb the hair of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wasallam while she was on her menses and he was doing I'tikaf in the masjid and she was in her house. So the house of Aisha radiallahu anha, the wall and the door used to lead into the masjid. So the house, the wall, that was the wall of the masjid, was also the wall of the house of Aisha radiallahu anha, the wife of the Messenger of Allah, and the door would lead into the masjid, and from what I understand there was a window there. وَهِيَ فِي حُجْرَتَهَا يُنَاوِلُهَا رَأْسَهُ. He used to, while she was in, give her his head, I'tikaf. وفي رواية وكان لا يدخل البيت إلا لحاجة الإنسان. Another narration, it also adds and mentions that he didn't used to enter the house except for fulfill his needs, meaning to use the bathroom. في رواية أن عائشة قالت إني كنت لا أدخل البيت إلا لحاجة المريض فيه فما أسأل عنه إلا وأنا مارة الترجيل تسريح الشعر. He says in another narration, Aisha says that I didn't used to enter the house except for a need, and or for the ill person that was in there I used to ask about him as I asked about فما أسأل عنه إلا وأنا مارة. So this second, or this is the meaning of this hadith when it pertains to as it pertains to I'tikaf. It shows that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do the hair of the Messenger of Allah while she was in a state of haid, while he was doing I'tikaf. She's in her house, the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam is in the masjid. And I'tikaf doesn't mean that you don't take care. It shows that I'tikaf doesn't mean the person doesn't take care of themselves, right? It doesn't stop them from looking after their hair if it needs looking after. It's not looking disheveled, to keeping cleaning their body, for example, as long as they don't have to leave the masjid to do that. So you might find some masajid within the facilities, within the vicinity of it, there's areas where they can have a shower, for example. That's not a problem either. Also as well, it shows that the person in I'tikaf isn't allowed to leave except if it's for an actual need, meaning to use the bathroom and to relieve themselves, or for example if to eat and to drink. These are also needs if there isn't anyone that can bring them their food and their drink. And that I'tikaf is staying in the masjid predominantly. The purpose of I'tikaf is not to leave the masjid, and leaving the masjid goes against this objective of I'tikaf, which is seclusion in the masjid, so it makes it almost pointless, which is why Aisha radiallahu anha, when she mentions this, and she's in the riwayah where she's speaking about herself, that she used to go in the house, she didn't used to go except for when she was doing it on I'tikaf, except for a haja, except for a need, right? She says إني كنت لا أدخل البيت إلا للحاجة, right? She says except for a reason. And also from the importance of her I'tikaf is she used to hasten to get back to I'tikaf. So if you enter the house for a need, it's not that you stay there and extend the stay there for long. That's just إلا وأنا مارة, except that I was passing through, meaning doing it quickly. I.e., if there's some ill person along the way, you don't stop except to encourage them or to make dua for them and the like, or to ask about them, and this is on the way going or on the way coming back. So from the benefits of this hadith is, number one, that I'tikaf doesn't stop a person from keeping themselves clean and keeping themselves tidy. Number two, the benefits of this hadith is if a person is in I'tikaf in the masjid, there's no harm if they are touching their wife who's on their menses, for example, or taking things from her, and it involves touching her or her touching you to comb your hair and the like. Also, it shows that I'tikaf is in the masjid and it's not something that you do in your home. The number four, that I'tikaf the person that's on itikaf should not and is not allowed to leave the masjid except for a need like food and drink. And also it shows that some of your body being outside of the masjid, like in this case the head of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, doesn't constitute leaving the masjid. That goes against the i'tikaf. Also from the hadith, that is, whoever leaves to fulfill a need, they should hasten to get back to the masjid, and they shouldn't on their way there or on their way back become busy and occupy themselves and become preoccupied with something which wasn't the reason that they left their i'tikaf for. Also the hadith shows that a person that touches a woman, i.e. his wife or somebody else, without shahwa, then it doesn't harm and nullify the i'tikaf. So again, this hadith is an Aisha radiallahu anha, the wife of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that she used to come and do his hair while she was ha'id and he was in a state of i'tikaf. While she was on her menses, he was in a state of i'tikaf in the masjid, and she is in her house and he is given part of her head to her to do in the house. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.